Mid-September, with leaves spilled like coloured pencil shavings, the streets dicing our town into neat, unfair portions. And me, eating that pussy, baby. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Oodles, the late summer off podcast host. I'm sticky and I come at the wrong time. Joining me today, some call him the space cowboy. Some call him the gangster of love. Some call him Maurice, woo, but we call him Stig.
Hello. Do you know
What?
what's really bad about that song?
What?
It reminds me of that 70s show.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't catch the reference. Never mind.
You don't want
Also,
to.
that's all right then. Also, rolling a natural one and being punished to spend his Sunday evening talking to us fannies, it's Gadget.
I know, it's fucking terrible, isn't it? Every single week. Every single week. When do I get my reprieve? Hi.
Never. And unfortunately, Biggie and Candy have got the shits. They're not here tonight. So welcome to the Baldur's Gate 3 podcast. Yes. Trust me, we will be getting into that in a bit. I've heard that song a lot. How's your week been, guys? Do you enjoy the storms?
I've enjoyed the storms today. It's been fucking lovely. I have not enjoyed the heat all week. I've been dying.
It doesn't bother me much.
It bothers me.
It's
It bothers
Indian
me.
summer thing, isn't it? That they say you get that really late September summer.
Yeah, I'm built for fucking winter. The and the problem is with it, and this is the difficult part. So you know, I've been going to the gym every day recently. Like some of it's weights, some of it's walking. Well, my new gym, the one that my trainer moved to and I moved to because I like being trained by him, used to be a B&M Bargains. So it's
Nice.
just got a metal roof.
Do you sometimes find sweets under shelves?
Well, no, because the gutter didn't put workout equipment there.
I'd enjoy that aspect of that gym.
But it's got one of those aluminium roofs, which means
Yeah, like a factory.
yeah,
Ooh, piece of candy.
when the
Mhm.
sun is beating down all fucking day
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it, and you
You
go
have
in
in a
the gym,
microwave.
there is no windows in it, there is no moving air, and the air conditioning doesn't fucking work.
No, they're just tiny anyway. The air conditioners they put in there.
Oh no, this is a proper massive HVAC thing. The problem
Just don't work.
is the company who put it in wrong. They used you get that expanding foam to seal in insulation
Yeah.
stuff like that. They put that in the HVAC.
Fuck.
So it's just clogged. I was talking to my trainer about it. I was like, why is it so fucking hot? He says, oh yeah, there's expanding foam in the air conditioning. It's like, woohoo! What idiot
no.
did that? So I went the other day for a workout. I think I managed, I normally do about an hour at a time when I'm doing weights. I managed half an hour, then I had to get out. When I got up off the bench and it was just slick with sweat. It was awful. I've really suffered this week.
Oh, baby. You've been all right, Stig.
Yeah, fine.
You're one of the girls of summer. You love it, don't you?
I mean, I get a bit hot and sweaty, but it doesn't bother me that much.
Sun's out, guns out, innit, baby?
Yeah. Well, no, see, the other day I actually cleaned the house. It was really hot. Walked outside, thinking I'll mow the grass, and then just walked straight back inside the house.
Nope. Like that.
Yeah.
We got 31 degrees down here. I mean, you'll have been the same, Stig, but
Yeah.
I don't know about Gadget. He's closer to the mountains than I am. The mountains of Scotland.
26 it's peaked that up here.
Yeah, I got to 31 for me and Stig, and it was nasty. Nasty. But anyway, look, we started a podcast talking about the weather. How British could we be?
I know, right?
That's
What I
all we've
wanna
had this
know-
week.
I know. But yeah, what I want to know is, how are we going to get through this next segment while the man's got the shits? Who's going to take over Biggie's breaking news?
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's Breaking News.
Oh, this was very last minute, but I can't let the side down. Y'all know me, still the same old stick, but I just got big. Hated on by most of these podcasts with no cheese, no deals, no G's, no wheels, no keys, no boats, no snowmobiles, no biggies. Mad at me because I can finally afford to provide my listeners with newsies. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes up when they move the lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. Motherfuckers act like forgot about Biggie's breaking news.
I love it.
Into it, mate. Told everyone that you could rap. I've told them before.
I was not doing the whole thing. I've seen when Biggie tries to go off more than 2 verses long, and he just runs out of steam.
What's been happening this week, mate? Has there been no good happening? Oh, bad?
Nah,
Or just all bad?
Just lots of hot weather. That's it. So
Yeah.
on to the Nexus.
See you later.
No, gaming news. Starfield surpasses 6 million players at more than 6 million players. Starfield is officially Bethesda's biggest game launch of all time. It's a remarkable
Huge.
milestone for the RPG developer, not least because it is home to the established franchises like Fallout and The Elder Scrolls. I still haven't played it yet, despite having access to it this week.
It is really good.
Yeah, same. I am. I'm using a free trial of Xbox Live, but I haven't done it. Or whatever it's called. Xbox Game Pass.
I know everyone's telling me it's great, and that's just there is something stopping me playing it. I don't know what
Not
it is.
asked. Maybe you're not asked.
I will play it.
Yeah.
I loved Skyrim, liked Fallout 3, did not like Fallout 4, loved Oblivion. Do you know what? I think it's just space and space exploration and building ships and stuff.
Not your thing.
I'm not really that bothered by that kind of stuff. So
No.
yeah, I will play
It's
it,
not
though.
like you sit there reading sci-fi novels all the time, is it? You're more of a fantasy guy.
No, saying that I am reading a sci-fi novel at the moment.
There's just no fucking consistency with you, Stig. You
but-
stress me out.
No, I am more in. That's weird though, because I do love sci-fi TV shows and sci-fi films.
Yeah, you're a
but
big Trekkie.
I will play it. It's just I think Baldur's
better
Gate
do.
is like I
It's
can't. Yeah, but I just can't go from one big game like that straight onto another big game.
No, you need a palate cleanser, don't
Yeah.
you?
So I will play it. It's on Game Pass, but that's great. I mean, Gadget, you've still played it this week. Still enjoying it, aren't you?
Yeah. I've put in about, I think I'm about 20, 22 hours now, something like that. And
Mega.
I'm playing it just really casually, and yeah, it's just really, really, really nice. It's,
When I got Fallout 4, I played that rate. It took me ages to beat that. I was just playing bits. I think their games do. I've been doing it with Skyrim as well. I think their games do warrant not binging.
yeah,
just
like
enjoying it.
like it's with Baldur's Gate 3. Like I've been binging that, whereas
Yeah,
with
same.
with Starfield, I think I can't do like Candy, where I just like sit on it for like a whole day.
Yeah, but she has like crisps next to her and stuff and a potty to sit on.
She's got adult nappies on, hasn't she?
Yeah, she goes full on. She sets a clock up, that clock that she has on her wrist.
That grandfather clock that's on her wrist. No, it is fun, and actually, what I quite enjoyed about it, and I think Fallout 4 was good for this as well, and to an extent, Skyrim. I've not touched the main quest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
What it's doing. So, without getting too far into it, and I might talk about it a little bit more when we do our Nexus bit. You know, in Fallout 4, you would pick a faction, and that would like lead you to the end of the game.
Yes,
So you do like the
follow that
Railroad or the
path.
Institute or whoever. In this, you can do individual faction storylines and still go back to it. It doesn't lead you to the end of the
I like
game.
that.
So I'm currently doing one where I'm undercover with the pirate fleet, trying to find out their secrets for the quote unquote good guys who are actually they're a bit Brotherhood of Steel kind of dogmatic arseholes kind of guys.
Yeah.
But I've got some cool
Yeah.
loot out of it, and I've learned how to steal ships. So pirates away.
Han Solo. That's
But
who
then,
you are.
but then
Han Solo.
once I finish them, then I'll go and do like the 3-star raiders and do like space cowboy stuff. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you get,
Yeah.
they're not just like a couple of quests and then it's done. It's like I've put in about 8 hours into this pirate quest so far. It's like it's really long. So yeah, it's great.
Cool. Next.
Awesome. So next up is Alone in the Dark statement. Horror games thrive on the eerie embrace of solitude, something that is impossible to achieve in a gaming month as busy as October. To ensure a breathtaking experience for everyone, we've decided to move the release of Alone in the Dark to January 16th, 2024.
Yeah, fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
We said this all along, haven't we, with push things. Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Do it.
Also, it was Alan Wake 2's coming out that month, so it was never going to stand a chance in October.
Alone in the Dark is not a bigger franchise anymore than it used to be, didn't it?
It
It
also-
used to be like PC wise.
Yeah. It also does.
But like Alan Wake's bigger now, even though it's got 2 games in its back catalogue.
But it also clearly doesn't have the budget of Alan Wake. Like, if you see like the screenshots
No.
of Alone in the Dark, it does look good, and I'm interested in it. But Alan
David
Wake
Harbour
looks
looks
like a
good.
fucking film.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. January, mate, when everything else is fucking coming out as well. Oh dear. Next.
Tokyo Game Show 2023 Xbox Digital broadcast returns. The Xbox
When
Digital
did that happen?
broadcast will return into Tokyo Game Show on September the 21st. Tokyo Game
Oh.
Show represents a special time each year where we share news and updates on games that we hope will delight Xbox fans in Japan and across Asia.
Yeah, they really are pushing hard for Japan, aren't they?
Players
And
can
Japan's going, nope.
players can expect to hear progress updates from Xbox and Bethesda Softworks and
Yep.
see a creatively devised collection of games from creators located in Japan and across Asia.
Okay.
So the big push, yeah. Like I said, big push across trying to unseat Sony out there, but it won't ever happen. But
No. Not. I mean, even PC gaming's not as big in Japan either, is it?
No,
They're a
not
handheld
really.
nation. Them. They love a handheld. Switch is ridiculous over there.
Yeah, they love a handheld and they love a Nintendo.
Yeah. They love a Nintendo.
speaking of
Cool.
Switch, Nintendo Switch
Go-
2 was
Ooh.
reportedly secretly shown off at Gamescom. Rumors of a Switch 2 have been growing for years now. We finally heard something that seems to indicate that Nintendo is closing to release its next generation console. While Nintendo showed off some of its Switch games at Gamescom last month, the company apparently had more to show behind the scenes. As reported by Eurogamer, developers were given secret access to a tech demo of the Nintendo Switch 2. According to the report, one of the demos showed a more technical, impressive version of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Of course, it's Nintendo. They're going to release all of these. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe times 10 times 2 Switch 2
Yep.
version. Yeah.
Now
What definitely
race
means
upside down.
Now we can get out of the carts and run.
Well, it definitely means
That'd
that
be
the
good,
system is capable of higher resolutions and higher frame rates. It's unclear what the exact spec will be.
Ah.
I mean, it's inevitable. The Switch came out 2017, so 6 years old now. So yeah, it would be due for a refresh.
I mean, I know
And it's
people mock
creaky.
it. Yeah, people. That's what I'm saying. People mock it and everything, but I own Nintendo in getting the Switch 2 because I've had so much love out of my Switch. It's given me so much endless hours of joy. It's my top 3 consoles of all time now. I've got to do it. I trust in them.
It'll be
Doesn't-
impressive when
but
it
I
comes
do.
out. It's just that it'll be the same as the Switch. So by the time
Yeah.
that comes out and it's still mid-cycle, Sony and Xbox will be looking at pushing their next upgrades or potential new
And it'll
consoles.
be
or-
inferior.
yeah, and then the Switch and then Nintendo will be behind. But it doesn't matter because Nintendo's always just been its own thing. It doesn't matter.
The toy manufacturers.
Apparently, though, it said a separate report indicates that the specifications could be quite impressive. According to the Video Game Chronicle, the company showed off the Matrix Awaken, the demo that was showed off the capabilities of Unreal 5 on the Series X and PS5.
That's interesting. I mean, yeah, they're definitely due for a new one. Like, I've noticed that the amount of kind of first party or second party releases for the Switch is starting to slow down a lot now.
Where's my Mario Kart, bastards? I think it's probably just going to be roughly, maybe a little better than the ROG Ally, somewhere around there, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, I
capable-
think it's Steam Deck level.
Might probably be a bit
Like that.
more than that, but
Yeah, they've got it now, haven't they? Yeah, I suppose.
I mean,
I think
Nintendo always put their power about a gen behind anyway, so they'll probably just make it like PS4 Pro power.
Yeah, why not?
if
Bring it
it's-
on, I'll buy it.
I say it'll be playing Tears of the Kingdom at better frame rates and look better and whatnot. So Next Stray movie based on the video game. Ice Age directs his next film to go to Annapurna following the success of its debut feature, Nimona. Annapurna Animations is ready to launch its next phase of movies.
Great.
One of them
Stray the
being
cat?
Stray. Yeah.
Yeah, Candy's well up
I
for
hope
that.
it's a silent film. I know it sounds weird, that. But I found the game oddly satisfying. Even though the robots they do that.
I would keep that, but like subtitled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I hope they just do that. Because I think that built its atmosphere up even better.
And I think
If the robot's like, hello, kitten, what are you doing? I'd have hated that.
I mean, to be fair, the directors for Nimona, if it's them doing this one, they have a good eye for visual storytelling.
Yep.
Because Nimona had some really great visuals.
Have you seen the Red
Oh, yeah.
Turtle?
Yep.
Studio Ghibli, like cross, like kind of film.
Yeah.
It works. If it's good, it works. That
It
film's
does.
stunning, and that's a silent film. The only sound you get is from like the guy kind of the environment and the guy making like
Oh, there is
like
sound in
noises.
the film. It's
Yeah.
not. It's a dialogue silent.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Next, PC and console crossplay is on the roadmap for Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Confirmation comes from Larian director of publishing Michael Dowse, who told me. I don't know where this source comes from. He told me. Told me direct.
He knows people.
The studio always intended to do crossplay, but it was one thing too many to get working for launch. PS5 version has come out this week. PC version came out beginning of August, and the Xbox version will arrive at some point this year.
Yeah. They want that out before Christmas, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it was always, like you said,
stupid.
it was always intended. Like Divinity Original Sin 2 has crossplay. Like
Yeah.
they've got the tech, they know how it works, and their engine. I guess it was just Baldur's Gate 3 is such a
got
big
my
game.
save game. I got my save game from my PS4 version of Divinity 2 onto my Switch.
yeah. Well, that's
And it
that's
worked.
cross save that does exist now. So if I bought it on the PlayStation, I could move my save over.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, but what they're talking about is
But
cross
you mean
play.
like multiplayer?
Yeah, so like I could play with you from my
Wow.
PC to your PlayStation. That's what
What
they're
happens
looking
in that game if you just jump into my world now? Is it my world or is it your world?
at. It's kind of a shared instance.
Huh. But what if you've done a quest?
I think it depends on who is the party leader. So if I join your game,
Surely I've got to follow you because you've done more.
I don't know, to be honest, because I've not done the multiplayer yet.
Hey!
But the way it worked in Divinity Original Sin 2 was whoever was the party leader, it was their game.
I've got a plan for that anyway. When we've all finished it, I think we should stream it. Me, you, and Stig, and whoever else wants to jump
Yeah,
on.
well, once-
we should all just.
Yeah, once cross plays out, we'll do that, and we'll just
We can do it under the Scorched Sheep banner.
Yeah, we'll start up some new characters and just go for it.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Next.
I could be a complete bastard.
Bastard.
Next up, we have Nintendo moves on to brand new Legend of Zelda game and rolls out Tears of the Kingdom DLC. Interesting that. No
I think that
DLC.
game's jam-packed enough. Don't need it. What does it lack other than a motorbike from the last game?
Yeah, you just build your own motorbike.
Exactly.
It's true.
Doesn't have any. The Master Quest stuff that it did in Breath of the Wild, they were unnecessarily difficult. The story add-on, boring, because the story is boring in that game. So, yeah, fuck
Hang
it.
on. It says here, based on these comments, it sounds like Nintendo are thinking about the next Zelda game instead of Tears of the Kingdom DLC. However, they did not rule out a return to Hyrule of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, potentially setting up a third game. So they haven't moved on at all.
Oh, I want them to do something completely different again.
That's always been the
Well-
strength of Zelda and Mario, is that they always do
Yeah.
something new and different. If you just do sequels to them, it'll get...
I were happy with Tears of the Kingdom. I fucking adored it, but I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
but the thing is now, like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are the two of the best-selling Zelda games of all time.
Do you reckon
How-
they're their own thing now?
I think a little bit like when with FromSoft with Elden Ring, I think they flew too close to the sun, and this has to be the blueprint going forward.
Yeah. No more Dark Souls ever again, is there?
Yeah, no, you
That's gone.
no. So yeah, they're going to have to just stick to this format because I think like when it was like going from like the N64 to the GameCube and Wii and all that kind of thing,
Yeah.
they were evolving on the same platform
Yeah.
effectively because it was a little bit of an open world, a load of puzzle dungeons, final boss, and that's how every Zelda's worked since fucking Zelda 1. And then with Breath of the Wild, they changed it, and it's
They went,
sold like
"Fuck it."
fucking hotcakes.
Yeah, they
So
went,
many people
"No."
bought these games, and now everyone's going to like. If you try and go back to that smaller design for Zelda, they're not going to have it, are they? People aren't going to want it because they're going to want
Nintendo,
their big sandbox.
You should have learned from Icarus. The signs were there.
You should have
You've
learned
done
from
it.
Kid Icarus.
Oh, bring that back.
Oh, that would be
I
nice.
love that game. Love that game. Cool. Next.
Next, Mortal Kombat 1 is gearing up to be a bit of a celebrity fest.
Can't wait.
So far, we already have the likes of J.K. Simmons, John Cena, and is Anthony Starr?
Yep.
Yeah, Anthony
Yeah.
Starr's in it. Yeah.
We now have Megan Fox joining as Nitara.
She's doing Natara.
Yeah.
Nitara is evil, but also good.
Yeah.
explains
She's
in the
very
video.
evil, but also good.
But perhaps its most perfect addition is 80s action star Jean-Claude Van Damme cameoing as Johnny Cage, whose in-game likenesses has now debuted online courtesy of the series co-creator Ed Boon.
I hope he does what he did as Guile in Street Fighter film. You are all under arrest.
Yeah, this is his voice as well.
Yeah.
Well, they've
really good American special forces Belgium accent.
Well, that kind of brings it like that trilogy of people around, doesn't it? That trio of people, because you've had Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, we've had Stallone as Rambo. So now they've got
I
Van
think
Damme
Mortal
in there.
Kombat 1 is going to be fucking incredible. Everything I see from it, I'm like, just keep feeding it, mate. Ed Boon gets it.
Yeah.
I don't
He
even
gets
look any of
hype.
it up.
Oh,
I
mate,
already
it
know
looks
that it's a game.
insane.
I already know from the first few trailers, like, yeah, I'm in. So
It looks insane. It doesn't look as graphically good as the new Tekken, but what it's doing is
That
doing,
thing looks-
And I
it's
think it
doing
lacks
things to me.
I think it lacks the style of Street Fighter 6 as well.
Oh yeah, it won't have the finesse of Street Fighter 6. Even Tekken can't hold a
But it's-
candle to Street
it's going-
Fighter.
It's obviously going to deliver the brutality, quite frankly.
Brutality.
But
Yeah,
Can't wait.
The more I've seen some actual gameplay, like when they've released gameplay, it looks like a fun fighter. Like
I can see me send main in Homelander, becoming a Homelander stan, just playing as him all the time, sucking milk at the end. I hope his victory is drinking milk.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm still freaked out by that. It's one of the most innocuous scenes in The Boys, and it's so gross.
Or imagine this: his victory is flash. He flashes. You see, the camera peers up to the top of a building, and he's stood wanking off the top of a building.
I think that might be too
I'm
much.
not making that up,
either-
listeners. If you've not
Yeah,
seen
no,
The
it
Boys,
happens.
that's what he does.
I think that might be actually too much for Mortal Kombat because they don't tend to have sexually aggressive stuff in there. They just tends to
No.
be
No, they don't. do they?
hideously violent.
I'm up for it. I just can't wait. I wonder if they're going to put Billy Butcher in as a secret. That would
Maybe.
make sense, wouldn't it? That would make
DLC.
sense.
Yeah.
You
The
just-
best thing about the Mortal Kombat team and that kind of universe is that if someone just comes and goes, can we put this person in your game?
Yes.
They just feel like they go, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, I don't think it wasn't Mortal Kombat 11. I think it was X. The Ninja Turtles, they were amazing to players.
No, it was
They
9.
were amazing. Wait, 9 now. They were amazing to
It
players.
was 9 because that I think that was on the Xbox version. On the PlayStation version, you had Kratos.
Something like that.
It
I
was
know
something-
there was
something
something
like
weird,
that.
weren't they? But the Turtles were so good to play as.
Oh, there's just been Freddy Krueger's been in as well, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat 9. They've had Jason, the Predator,
Terminator,
Predator,
Predator
Robocop.
was fun.
Alien, RoboCop.
Everybody.
I think
There's
it's-
only us left that's not been in it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the fun things about Mortal Kombat. It embraces how silly it is and how
It's Ed
much
Boon, he
it's-
gets it.
yeah, it's how much it's seeped in kind of 80s and 90s nostalgia.
Yeah.
exactly.
Just trying to think of who else would be cool to put in there.
Didn't the franchise start off as something like Jean-Claude Van Damme the game and they couldn't get his
that's what
likenesses?
they based Johnny Cage
That's
off,
Johnny
yeah.
Cage. Is
Yeah.
basically Jean-Claude Van Damme, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, we should get Dominic Toretto in. Comes in his car.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
you have the tag team cameo of Paul
No, just so
Walker.
you can then buy it, Gadget, and kill him as Omni-Man. Just obliterate it.
Did you see that TikTok I sent you about that Gadget?
Yeah.
These two people started a Baldur's Gate campaign with Dom and Brian. Like
It's all it's about family, mate.
one was playing as Dominic Toretto, and one was playing as Brian.
Just walking around going, it's about family all the time.
Love it. I love it. Love it. Next.
Next is you probably won't care, but if you've got a child, this might they might care. Roblox is coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
Oh, it's
Massive
so
popular
fucked.
children's game platform. Yeah.
Before you put this in his news channel, ready for this, my lad ran in that morning and went, God! I went, what? He went, Roblox is coming on PlayStation. I went, finally. He went, I can't wait not to use a touchscreen to play it. He's buzzing for it. He is buzzing. It's like, because they still do Hunger Games and stuff and Hunger Games and what else is it they do? They do Squid Games on it.
I do everything on it. It's weird. I didn't realize it was on the Xbox. So I downloaded it on Xbox for them because they're kids and they're idiots and they let their battery run out on their tablet and they go, can I use your phone to play Roblox? And I'm like, no, play it on the Xbox. Boom. They go, learn how to use the controller and learn how to do it properly, because trying to play platformers on a touchscreen, especially platformers as bad as Roblox.
It's the best thing I've got set up on his PS4 as well, because of the PS app. No one can communicate with him. Yay! No nonsense. Yay! Because that's fucking rife, that place. Tell it.
Yeah, my kids are up. They're pretty good with. They basically don't talk to anyone who isn't from their friends or from school.
Yeah, exactly. Love that. Love that. That's going to keep my kids
if you're
quiet.
a listener and you've got kids and you've got PlayStation, there you go, Roblox.
It's got every game ever made inside of it. Trust me. There's Minecraft in it.
It's fucking shite. I don't understand it.
Have you ever tried jumping on that game? You tried jumping on it?
Yeah, it's awful. They come to me and they're like, I can't do this section. And I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that you cannot do this platforming, because it's crap.
Awful. But it'll keep them quiet, and I'll pretend that I've paid 50 quid for it. They won't know. Oh, this just cost Daddy 50 quid this. Nothing for Christmas this year. Next.
All right. Another nail in the E3 coffin as events collaboration falls through. The entertainment software.
Those two digits together anymore. E and 3. I thought we're gone.
Entertainment Software Association, the organisation behind E3, has parted ways with ReedPop after 2023 show failed to get off the ground. As reported by GameIndustries.biz, the two parties have now had signed a multi-year contract to collaborate on the industry's exhibition in an attempt to bring it back to its former glory. However, this year's show no-go, the companies have made a mutual decision to cease the partnership. Dead as fuck.
Absolutely. Not coming back.
It's never coming back.
I think we've said it before. I think over the pandemic, all the big publishers had realised we don't actually need to spend a fortune on a trade show here.
I fucking love directs.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
I love them.
Just give the fucking trailers.
The hype when you're on X and Facebook and Instagram and everyone's hyping it up. There's a direct tonight, and everyone's going mental. That's more exciting to me than E3. And I like going to indie cons, like when we went to Res and stuff. They still exist.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are pining for an E3 anymore. I don't get it.
If you want to go, then being in that crowd. But then again,
even then, for most of its existence, E3 was purely a journalist-only thing. Like journalists and industry people. Like it was only public for the last 2 years of it, I think.
Yeah. And you think it's hot now? Imagine being in that convention centre.
In LA.
With gamers.
Gamers.
Yeah, but it did give like the likes of Candy
Dressed as Master
the
Chiefs.
ability to try and like touch Todd Howard.
Yes, but that's a federal crime.
Has she ever showed you the picture that she took with Todd Howard, where she's wearing a T-shirt of Todd Howard that says "It just works"?
Well, she's grabbing him,
and he stood next to it, and he looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah, because he's pressing his panic button in his pocket.
She's found me. Get me out of here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean,
hi, my name's John.
Again,
Candy Machine. He's just like, that rings a bell, and then it just has like this flash. Oh shit! Pressing the panic button.
Those DMs. But yeah, I do apologise if you do like E3 and stuff, and it's always sad when entertainment disappears. But these directs have filled that void for me, and we still get a summer of games announcements.
Did you spot that literally about 10 minutes after that it was tweeted out that news about E3, Jeff Keighley immediately...
He loves it.
He tweeted out going, Summer Games Fest is back in person next year.
He fucking loves it. He's an absolute sniper.
Oh, he's such a petty bitch.
I'm starting to like him a lot more just because he's a savage. He don't give a fuck. He's had people killed. I'm telling you now. Telling you. I can't wait to get him on the show. God.
I do quite like it. I like his like.
I kind of like him.
I like his like terrible segues into adverts when there's like a game show, and he's like, "Well, if you're like a feudal Japan samurai games, then you'll love this." And it cuts like
Samurai
a Costco,
pizzas.
Costco advert selling like nothing to do with Japan.
I just think he's a savage and he don't give a fuck. I love him.
What was the one that happened this year? It was he was making a transition to something for Final Fantasy, I think, and everyone thought it was a new Final Fantasy game. It's like, nope. Order with DoorDash and get a Final Fantasy code or something.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. You're like,
get a code for Final Fantasy 14. Woo!
There's no
love
link. It's just getting an advert.
I fucking love him. I've said it. It's out there. I'm a big Jeff fan. Next.
Final gaming one, gamer-friendly version of its famous noodles in Japan. As reported on CNN.
Oh, yes, this is what Gadget showed me.
The headline makes no sense.
No, it's because he missed off the brand, which was Cup Noodle.
All right. Thanks, Biggie. Throw me under the bus.
Which is one of the best brands if you're going to have
Cup Noodle
noodles.
has announced a truly harrowing gaming variety for Japan, available in a friendly rainbow-coloured packaging that recalls RGB lighting. Gaming Cup Noodles will be available in garlic and black pepper yakisoba varieties in Japan starting September 18th.
I did not want my noodles to go woke.
It's not. But it's not the wokeness. It's the bit in the thing where it's
it'll keep you awake.
They will also be caffeinated, providing energy for all. It's caffeinated noodles.
They've got to have an odd
Mixing
taste
coffee
about
in your
it.
noodles.
They've got to have an odd taste because have you ever tried caffeine-free Pepsi and caffeine-free Coke?
Yeah, caffeine has a taste.
Different. It tastes way different. It's
I've
more
got
fruitier, isn't it?
Better
without it?
idea. Just get some plain noodles and cook them in a Monster Energy.
TikTok.
Boil them in Monster Energy.
No.
Or dragon soup if you want that extra kick.
I was thinking about it.
Just when I got out, they claw me back in. I had a soup in so many months. I miss it so much.
I had one and it was rank, so I need to try different flavours.
My off license has just started selling them. I know I'm going to have a heart attack if I drink them.
Oh, yeah. Palpitations, big style.
Anyway,
don't buy gamer noodles.
No, do not buy gamer noodles.
Candy's ordered loads.
To our one listener in Japan, don't buy gamer noodles.
Don't buy gamer noodles.
On to film and TV. As expected, there's not really a lot of news coming from the industry at the moment.
They're still angry.
Yep.
Pay them.
Barbie has overtaken Super Mario to be 2023's biggest box office hit. The Barbie movie, which is Margot Robbie's titular toy. Swap her pink fantasy home for the real world has now made $1.38 billion.
It's a staggering amount of money.
It's taken over Mario's $1.36 billion. It is the better film, but I mean, I still enjoyed Super Mario.
I did. I love it.
I still ain't seen it.
Oh, you're not missing much, mate. I'll tell you what. Mario saves the day.
Yeah, it's fun. I liked it. I think if you like
really
video games and you like Mario, you get a kick out of it. So I can understand why a lot of the critics were like, "This is a bit shit,"
because I've not played a Mario game.
Yeah, exactly. If you're into Mario, you're like, "Yeah, it's fun." It's exactly what I thought a Mario film would be.
I'm just waiting for it to hit the digital streams. I'll get it. I will see it at some point.
Yeah. And it's not too long, mate.
It's
90 minutes. It's exactly, yeah. Barbie has also helped the US summer box office reach $4 billion for the first time since the pandemic, which is good.
Okay, now.
Nice.
Yep.
So, all that money,
pay them.
Fucking writers.
Pay them. Pay them, motherfuckers.
Pay your actors. Pay your writers.
Pay them.
The Equalizer 3, starring Denzel Washington, has provided to be another summer hit. So taking $34.5 million in its first 3 days in North America. Yeah.
I said, did anyone want a third Equalizer? I don't think
I didn't
anyone
want the
wants
second one.
Apparently, people are going out to see it.
The first one, obviously, it's a remake, isn't it?
First
the original.
Fine.
The original's
and I never want
really
to watch
good.
the second.
I think the first one's adequate as a little popcorn. Ooh, he's breaking fingers kind of thing.
Yeah. I remember
Denzel's
enjoyed
done
the
a
first
lot
one.
better. He's
Second
done a lot
one was
better.
shite.
I think the problem is it came in the wake of John Wick, and everyone's like, John Wick's more exciting.
Yeah, John Wick's got better pace.
I'll maybe check all three of them out. Like, I've seen the first, but when the
Equalizer
third
in
comes
review
out,
coming soon.
yeah, when the third comes out on streaming, I might just give all three a watch.
Yep.
Cool. There are concerns in Hollywood that there may be a drop-off, actually, for the rest of the year, because films including June Part 2, Kraven the Hunter, and Ghostbusters Afterlife have had their release dates pushed back to 2024.
I love how they think Kraven the Hunter's going to make money.
It's not. It looks right.
How much did Venom 2 make? Not enough.
How much did Morbius make?
I mean,
Too
Venom
much.
1 made loads, didn't it?
Yeah.
Venom 1 made
My favourite thing
fucking
about
stupid money.
Morbius is them re-releasing it in cinemas because of the meme thinking it would garner some people go back. Oh yeah, we've got Morpheus is back, and it like made fuck all.
That is, I think, I can't think of any others, the only comic book film I've never finished when I've started it. Mobius is offensive. It's terrible. I could not finish it.
It's awful. I watched it like in the background, but Morbius made on its re-release 300,000. That was it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put it back out after a few months after the meme started.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Paid all that money to get it back.
Have you not seen it, Gadget?
Of course, I
Don't
fucking
bother.
haven't.
Don't
I
bother.
watch these things so you don't have to. I keep
I've
telling you
started
all of
listening
this.
after
Thank
Moonfall.
you.
I've started listening to Stig.
He's not wrong. That's the thing. It doesn't do it wrong. He's not. He's
Told you
doing
about
it
Jurassic
for us.
Park, about Jurassic World, about Moonfall,
Yeah.
about Morbius. I did about a few
Matrix
months later.
4.
Matrix 4, you or Candy or Biggie specifically, one of you three, more than the Gadget, will come on and go, I've watched this. You're right, Stig, it was shit. I'm like,
Yeah, when I watched Matrix 4 and I wanted my money back. I didn't even pay. I just wanted my money back.
I want my time back, but reimbursed as a check.
Fuming. Fucking hell, I've never seen a shitter film in my life. It's terrible.
Bad. Until Morbius came out.
Oh, yeah.
The Crow reboot will release in 2024. The film will star Bill Skarsgård and has been acquired by Lionsgate in an 8-figure deal. So this
I'm up for
is
that.
obviously the reboot for this has been
For ages.
You know, if you're trying to do it for the last 15
They wanted
years, haven't
Momoa
they?
in it, didn't they, about 5 years ago?
Yeah, he was up for it.
Imagine the
Someone else
Crow
was up
being
for it.
6'5", built like a brick shit house. I'm like, that's not kind of what the Crow was. Brandon
Yeah.
Lee wasn't massive,
No, he's a skinny dude. I mean, if,
like his dad.
Like, it didn't need to be rebooted. If you're going to do it, I guess Bill Skarsgård's a pretty good person to do it.
Mate,
because
he was
he's-
great Pennywise.
He's a very good Pennywise. He's a very chameleonic actor. He's a very different actor to his
Yeah.
brothers.
Oh, well, he's not as gorgeous, that's why.
No,
he's got good. He's got great facial
Face,
expressions.
yeah.
He's
He's
got
no
great
Alexander
face.
Skarsgård, though, is he?
No, but if you kind of look at that, if you just look at fan mock-ups of him in the Crow gear,
It works, doesn't it?
it works. Yeah, because he's just
Yeah,
got
yeah.
that. He's got that face
Yeah.
for it.
Talented family.
Hayao Miyazaki is no longer retiring from filmmaking. Studio Ghibli vice president.
That made me laugh
says-
when I read that.
He's already coming back to the office with the new ideas. Yeah.
the trailer for his new film looks great, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Put
it's,
that
just
here.
when it's just when Stig was saying that, yeah, this Pelika, is it Pelika?
The boy and the heron. The boy and the heron.
Heron, yeah. You were like, oh, it's his swan song, it's his last film. 2 weeks later, he's running into office going, no, Stig, it's not.
Because
I'm
he's
doing
looked at that film
more.
and gone, yeah, I still got it. That trailer
got
looks,
it.
the trailer looks amazing. It
I
looks
can't
like
wait
a
to watch it.
mixture of Grave of the Fireflies and
Yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. Like, it's
There's enough whimsy
and
in
The
it
Wind
as well, isn't
Rises.
there?
Like it looks like he's just kind of taken some of the best bits of his other films and gone, I can make
Yeah.
a great mashup here.
I can't wait.
I think as well, like for me, because I don't watch a lot of anime or a lot of manga or anything like that. His style is such a visually distinct one. Like I can always
yeah.
like look at it and see that's a Miyazaki film.
Yeah, even though you've got like different films under the Studio Ghibli banner, you can tell which ones are his
Which there
films.
is.
And
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that Western thing when they say, "Oh yeah, it's just Japanese Disney." I think it's better. It's better.
Yeah,
It's certainly more consistent than Disney,
Absolutely.
but also the stories are just more fantastical. But I think
I love them.
there's also a weird thing, and I assume you probably feel the same way, Stick, with this one. As soon as I saw the trailer, I felt like this comforting warmth, like something was back. Like so, and I don't ever feel that when I'm looking at like trailers for animated films or any other films, but it's just there's something about fucking Miyazaki putting a film out, which is like, oh, he's back.
Do you know that warmth you feel right there? That's the warmth I get when I'm playing Dragon Quest. It's like home.
Yeah.
It's like just comfort.
If you've seen the last Studio Ghibli film that came out,
Which I have not.
then
But I've seen what the art style looks like.
That film was so bad. The film that's so bad, it brought Miyazaki, 82-year-old Miyazaki, out of retirement because he couldn't let Studio Ghibli's final film be the atrocity that his son put out. It's so bad.
Was it dishonored the family with that one?
It's just not that.
Mate,
the
the
guy
government
just hasn't got any of the talent.
They were
of
an
his dad.
inquiry at government, weren't they? Remember that story where they were like, why did this happen? You're one of his exports. We need it to be good.
Well,
There were a big fucking issue with it.
Yeah, didn't they suspect it might be money laundering or something?
Yeah, they were very angry. The
thing about that film, though, is like, the animation's like, it's not a Studio Ghibli animation. It's not like awful. There is still like care and attention there. It's just not Studio Ghibli. But the story's just shit. And all of a sudden,
just boring.
As it picks up, it ends.
Yeah.
It just ends. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the film was bad enough as it was, but you literally end and you just kind of go, it's just kind of like, and dead. Yeah,
and scene.
That happened. They died on the way back to the home planet. That kind of. Honestly, is
come back. Let him do it. Just let him do it until he dies in office.
He's 82. Can someone please figure out how to like the gift? The
put his brain in a jar.
Life, something like that.
Or even just the Futurama head technology.
Yeah. Ooh,
what I actually really want is, and I talked about this when I talked about Studio Ghibli on Punk's podcast, find the next generation of Studio Ghibli directors and producers.
Oh yeah, there's such an influential studio that there's got to be so many people out there that Miyazaki's influenced and who can do what he does.
Find that guy or girl.
I think a producer, one of the original producers, died recently as well.
Yes.
One of the art directors died on 22nd of August. Ninzo Yamamoto. So, it's I just trying to find like the next generation that you can trust to take this studio on, because it does have a name and it does bring that kind of credibility to a feature.
It's a massive export for country as well.
Exactly. If you can, once Miyazaki's, when he does pass away, you can still carry the Studio Ghibli name on if you trust the people that are going to take it on.
Have you seen a picture of Miyazaki recently? He looks fighting fit. He looks great for it.
He looks good.
Of course he does, yeah.
He looks good.
It's a man who eats his Weetabix every morning.
Yeah. Let's move on. Next.
Final news story from film is we also, obviously we talked, The Boy and the Heron had a release trailer. So you can go out and see that now. But also the other trailer we had this week was The Bike Riders, a film I had no idea was coming out.
Ooh.
I didn't.
A Jeff Nichols drama about 1960s dream of three bikers, and it stars Austin Butler, Jodie Comer, and Tom Hardy. Cracking cast. Had no idea what this film was. I saw that trailer. I was just like, watch the trailer, Oodles. I'm thinking they're going, Oodles will be in for this.
I am definitely in for that. Big style.
Absolutely in for Jodie Comer getting more Hollywood roles. She's fucking excellent.
She's fantastic. And homegrown, one of your own.
She's a Scouser.
My stepdad's a Scouser, so one of your own.
It also stars Norman Reedus.
It doesn't look like Norman Reedus.
Nope. Michael Shannon, Boyd Holbrook.
Why? I said it other week. Boyd needs to get his own starring role.
He does.
But yeah, that's an absolute cracking cast, and I had no idea it was even coming out until this trailer just dropped. And I was like, yeah, I'm in for that.
I think it looks mint.
Yeah, it looks cracking.
It looks mint. I hope it don't let me down. Is that the news, or have you got a special?
That's the news. No, Biggie's left us. He's kindly left me with a weird world web.
Yeah.
Florida man arrested after trying to cross the Atlantic in a hamster wheel.
Yes! This is what I needed. Oh, yes.
US
What?
Coast Guard intercepted Reza Baluchi about 70 miles off Tybee Island,
70
Georgia,
miles.
on the 26th of August. Officials said that the 44-year-old marathon runner refused to leave the vessel for 3 days. Mr.
I like how
Baluchi
they call it a vessel.
has tried 3 similar voyages before, all of which ended in Coast Guard intervention.
Stop
makeshift
doing
contraption-
this.
The makeshift contraption he was using is shaped as a wheel with paddles that are designed to propel it forward as the wheel revolves.
Have you seen what it looks like, Oodles?
Yes, I have. It's amazing.
I'll just post it in the chat if either of you haven't seen it. Like the
Oh,
actual
yes.
news story. It's fucking great. Mental.
Official-
I mean,
Hang on, sorry.
brave? Are we going to say brave? Or are we just going to
Idiotic.
say idiotic? It looks like, when I looked at it, if it's the one I looked at, it looks like an exploding barrel from a computer game, but massive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like a big red. Is that the right
I
one I'm
mean-
thinking of?
It's
Cylindrical.
Like, it's a cylinder with kind of
Yeah.
extended paddles with flotation devices in it. In the middle of the area he's in, he's got like bags hanging down from the central frame with like his clothes and food and stuff in it like that.
I mean, he's trying to
Florida
do like
man.
this endurance thing here, isn't he? From the US to Europe.
Yeah.
Does
Well,
he know how many miles that is?
Just
It's
do
1,000
like
in it.
Do
Just
like
row
a shorter one, maybe from like the
You can
bottom
do
of
it on them
America to-
schooners, can't you? People do it on schooners all the time.
Well, it must be a smaller body of water. He can do like, right, I'm going to do this one. It's
I think you can do
several
Brazil to
miles long or
Africa.
something.
It's
I'll do
quicker.
that. Yeah,
One of them. One of them. There's a shortest bit that
Yeah.
some ships use all the time.
There's been quite a few challenges of like Olympic rowers doing like France to the US.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like a team of 4 that do it. So they have
You can sleep.
shifts of sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that. I bet their arms are disgusting and their legs are tiny.
right. Here you go. Go from Naples, Florida, to Cancun, Mexico. There's a little body of water you can do it across.
Yeah. He's done it.
Probably miles,
done it.
like probably miles and miles and miles. But there you go. It's better
but
than trying to go across the whole of the Atlantic.
Well,
But
there is also
they'll just say that's the Gulf of Mexico, though. That's not the same. That's not the
There-
same.
there is also this bit of the article, Oodles, which is just fucking brilliant. Quote, based on the condition of the vessel, which was afloat as a result of wiring buoys, officer determined that Baluchi was conducting a manifestly unsafe voyage. Oh, end quote. The complaint says. Mr. Baluchi's voyage began as officials were preparing for the arrival of a major hurricane.
Dingbat.
Can you just imagine, like, if he got swept up in that, you could just see his like thing just flying around in the air.
Fucking 1,000 feet in air.
Just don't expect Henry
Official-
Cavill Superman to save you.
Officials said he'd refused to step off the vessel and threatened to kill himself. He also
I'll
claimed
kill
that-
myself.
he also claimed that he had a bomb on board.
It looked like a bomb. I've got a
Officials
small
later
warhead
determined
on
that
board.
officials later determined the bomb had been fake.
Oh,
So
God,
he's now
stop
facing
him.
quite a few federal charges and could have
He'll
like
go to prison.
10 to 15 years in prison.
Yeah, he's mentally irregular, isn't he? He shouldn't be doing stuff like that. That's too far, in my opinion. But yeah, lovely. Good
it?
luck to you, pal. Good luck to you. Thanks for stepping in there, Stig. You did it with aplomb. You're great. I didn't have to cue you too
Always
much.
am.
There's no delay. It was sensational. Beautiful.
You didn't big up the Nazis.
Oh, you mentioned them again? No.
No, but I'm saying he didn't big them up.
Yeah, that's true. That's
This is
true.
Biggie's calling card.
So, as we know, listener, as you all know, this is a month of reviews. It's Nexus. What I'm going to do first, because 2 of them have got shits, and you can skip ahead if you're not interested, but we're going to talk about Baldur's Gate 3 for a little bit
All right, then.
as a collective. And then I've got a review to do, and I'm sure you guys have got some reviews as well.
All right,
So-
all right.
Catches up where you guys are on Baldur's Gate. What's your time? What you enjoying? And then
Same
I'll
place
jump
as
in.
you, by the sounds of it. Speedrunner, are you? Yeah.
I am 60 hours in, and I am in Act 3. And
Nice.
I haven't quite reached Baldur's Gate City itself. I'm just on the outside of it.
Oh, do you actually get there then?
Yeah. You do get there in Act 3.
Nice.
You have in the other 2 games, in the other 2 Baldur's Gate
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
games. But I've kind of been doing a lot of the quests and study. I've been to a circus, and I pissed off a djinn,
Oh.
and he turned me into a wheel of cheese.
Oh. How do you not become a cheese? You have to have a rest.
It's just polymorph after like 10 turns. It comes off.
But you're an actual wheel of cheese that's rolling.
I was a wheel of cheese rolling around. I did a TikTok.
Can you
on it as well.
talk as a wheel of cheese?
Nope. You got a slice cut out of you, so you look like a little Pac-Man rolling around.
Oh,
Great.
bang into that. I want to find him eventually.
Fucking hell. You will find him. He's quite a major part of the opening of Act 3. So about 60 hours in, I am obviously still loving it.
Yeah.
But
what class did you roll again? I can't remember.
I did Druid. So
you did, didn't you?
A Circle of the Moon Druid. So it's basically, I've been absolutely
You're Panther
abusing
boy.
You what?
Are you a panther boy?
No, I'm an owlbear girl.
Ooh, owlbear girl. I've got a little baby owlbear in my camp.
Yes, I've got the baby owlbear.
I don't.
Oh no, he killed him.
I killed it.
Killed him.
No!
He wanted the experience.
No, I killed its mum because it attacked us, and then I thought, well, this won't survive in the wild, so
So I'm going to kill it. Oh no!
Fucking hell, man, that's
That
dark.
little owlbear's become the best friend of my dog.
Well, it doesn't survive, does it? Unless you rescue it. So
I did.
Well, no, it gets taken. It gets
yeah,
taken
exactly.
by
goblins.
Exactly. So
And you can rescue it.
yeah, but if you don't rescue it, if you miss it, you might miss it.
Oh, stick. Chaotic evil. That's what he is.
I am pretty much, yeah.
Aren't you a drow as well?
No. I'm like neutral evil, like bit like in between.
Ooh.
Sometimes I'm quite good, but sometimes
I think the short form name of that is Twatty.
I'm constantly pickpocketing traders. Constantly.
You sneaky boy.
Like, well, I get one person to talk to and do everything I need to do, and then I'll just go around the back. I'm like, I stare and it's like that. Oh yeah, I'll have that. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have that. Take all the dies off them. Take all the scrolls off them. Do a fast save. Do a quick save between each one, just in case.
I hadn't saved scum once.
The only ones I have to save scum on actually when I'm pickpocketing is when I try to take all the money, because you've got to get like a 19. And the last one I pickpocketed, she had like 700 odd gold in, and I got like 22. I was like, yes, have that.
Yeah.
How the fuck is she walking around with 700 gold? That will weigh her down.
No idea, but it's mine.
It's
mine now.
Cool. Well, I'll jump in and tell everyone, because people don't know if they're not in his Discord. I rolled a halfling bard. Where did I get that from?
So original, Oodles. So original. No one would have ever thought of it.
Nope, never. Treble O'Clef is called. I don't know. I came up with that name just on spot this week. God knows where I got that from. But yeah, I play him exactly how I play him in our podcast. So I make deals with everyone. Yeah, I make deals with everyone. My party hate me. I ain't shagged anyone yet. No one will shag me.
Neither have I, but I did kiss Shadowheart. Well, and she came on to me as well.
Ooh, so yeah, you weren't even chasing. Nice.
Nope.
But yeah, I'm going about the world. I did what Gadget and Stig told me. I did everything in Act 1 as much as I possibly could. Some things you get locked out of when you pick different choices and stuff, don't you? Anyway, I did all that. No major like casualties, no major naughtiness, not like world-ending naughtiness. And now a little bit of a spoiler, guys, if you're sensitive to this, but it will happen to everyone. The devil turned up. The fucking devil turned up.
Oh,
That's not a spoiler. Raphael turns up for everybody.
What am I like?
You don't tell me you did a deal with Raphael, you dickhead.
What am I like? Yeah, of course I did.
Was it by the pale moonlight?
Oh, it was he started playing his fiddle hard. But yeah, it didn't really have much effect on what I wanted the deal to be. But never mind.
It has effects further on because Raphael pops up frequently.
Yeah, like, I thought it was coming back.
He's in the last light in when you get into the second act, and that dungeon towards the top of the second act that I told you to go to. If you find him there and stuff like that. So.
Oh yes, because he asked me to go and kill someone
a dude,
for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So Raphael pops up, and depending on if you do a deal with him or not, that affects kind of how that little quest line goes.
I like him. He's charismatic.
Did you enjoy being transported to his fucking library?
Yeah, he's my devil boyfriend. But yeah, I'm really loving the freedom. And now when I'm, especially talking to you guys and everyone in the Discord, when I'm seeing their stories compared to my stories, I'm like, how many games in one is this?
It is quite impressive because like
how have they done this?
Like me and in our Discord, Point Iguana and Xenos, we all have characters that are roughly doing the same thing. Xenos is playing like 3 games at once, so he's like because he's got a couple of multiplayer groups.
Yeah.
And then he's doing one with the Dark Urge character, which is evil, very evil.
And when I read that, I was like, oh, I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that.
I might do one for my third playthrough, but yeah. So our stories have been roughly similar, but we're encountering things at different rates, and there's some things that they've seen that I've missed completely, and some things I've done that they've missed completely.
That's what I'm saying. It's amazing.
It's fantastic, and this is why over Starfield, it's regardless however it ends going on Game of the Year, because it is just so big, it is so free, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like I've seen people on TikTok just do tactics of just like collecting bodies and getting Karlach to throw them at people as a weapon.
Yeah, I've done that shit. It's one of her rage things. You can like do this like
frenzy throw.
I've been collecting bodies to raise the dead. Raise them as dead. Yeah.
You like to make your own friends.
The problem this is now currently it's a 9 out of 10 for me for 2 very big reasons. The first reason, I'm playing it on the wrong machine. I need a mouse.
It does need a mouse, doesn't it? Like they've done a really good job with the controls. But how many times have you accidentally skipped a turn by hitting triangle, thinking you're going to open a menu?
Every time.
But
the worst thing I've done, and this could be a spoiler. So there's a guy called Gale, right? Yeah. This young man, he's got a very sordid history. And if you click on one of his spells by accident, you blow the world up and the game over happens.
Did you fucking do that, you idiot?
I've done it about 4 times. When I've not saved for fucking hours.
Always quick save.
Take the spell off.
Oh, you can do that?
Go into a spell book and take it off.
Just move the spells around. As well as the taskbar at the bottom, you can like move shit all around that as well.
Huh.
And also, if you haven't turned it off, and this is a tip for everyone, in the menu, take off automatically apply like new item to taskbar.
Yeah.
So you'll get like
I don't have a taskbar on
no, that's more for the PC players.
Yeah, at the bottom they've got like the bar with the taskbar thing.
I've seen them, the big fucking list of shit.
If you don't turn that off, like you get like a new, if there's a spare slot there and you've got like a new push, it just automatically puts it there. And
I've find out.
I've been like,
it's not. If you don't work for that, it might not work for your little loadout, will it?
Yeah, I don't know anything about Gale because I pissed him off by refusing to give him a magical item. Yeah, because I was like, yeah, but I was so. It was right near the start of the game. I was like, well, I want them to wear. Like, I don't have loads of magical items right now. And he got really annoyed and left, and that's it. Never seen him again since. Don't know anything about him.
Well, one day you might just blow up the world, and it won't be your fault.
I haven't had Gale in my party, but I've actually quite enjoyed it as you get towards kind of the end of Act 2 and into Act 3. There's some really nice story moments with him, and he's actually he's turned me around on him as a character because at the beginning I fucking hated him.
I like him, and I've got to a point now where I don't have to feed him magical items anymore. Yeah. However, I did sleep one night, and he came on to me. I went, "Oh, Gale, pal, you're handsome, but you're not mine. I'm waiting for Fire Girl. I'm waiting for her. I'm waiting to cure her so I can bang her. Sorry, Gale." And he proper came on to me strong.
You're in the right area to cure Karlach.
Oh yes, I know. I've got the metal
guys
platings and stuff. Yeah.
That was a glitch as well, apparently.
Oh,
all the characters coming onto you and wanting to like sex you up. Apparently, wasn't meant to happen as quick and like it was. It was apparently a glitch.
He's so strong. He still says it. And I had the elf guy, the camp elf guy. He keeps asking me every night, come on. Like, I'm not, dude.
I would have thought Astarion would have been right up your street.
But I don't shagging games.
No, I'm only Shadowheart is saving myself for Shadowheart.
She got your heart.
Yeah.
No, I just don't like it. I don't like. I don't.
Nice little kiss.
I don't like doing it. I find it awkward. Imagine if that scene pops up and then wife walks in. Oh no, I'll die.
I mean, just be glad you're
Cock
not
in your hand.
Just be glad you're not playing Astarion with Halson then. For your bear fucking.
Oh no. That's wrong on all levels. There's
a great voice line with Astarion where if you try because the romance with Astarion, he has to hit on you, generally speaking.
Yes, he comes to you, doesn't he, first?
Yeah, if you try and hit on him before he's come to you, he goes, "Oh no, darling, I have something called standards."
He likes to chase, doesn't he? He loves the chase.
I think Lizelle got jealous as well with me because I was having the party after the Grove thing.
Yeah, and she offers to fuck you.
And Shadowheart was just like, "Oh, come see me after the party dies down a little bit." I was like,
"You pick one, don't you?"
Yeah, I will. And I went to go see Lizelle, and she's like, "See, you've like chosen that one over there, blah blah blah." Because maybe the vampire is like, I'll have a go with him instead.
Yeah,
like not being funny, love, but you are a green monster with no nose. So
the second point and last point I'm going to make on this game is it's not 10 out of 10 yet because there's two characters I don't like at all. I don't like Will and I don't like that one, the no-nose girl. I don't like her negativity. Whenever I do anything, she's like, I hate that. So I just don't have her anymore. And Will's dull. I'm assuming Will gets better.
Will's OP though. That's why.
Will's massively overpowered.
Is he?
Yeah.
I've never even made him attack anyone.
No, he's got Eldritch Blast, which is great.
I thought he was just a fighter.
No, he's a warlock.
No.
He's the same class that Candy's character is in Scorch Cheek.
Oh.
He got all the spells.
He's got Eldritch Blast. If you take him in your party and level him up, there's an add-on you get to Eldritch Blast, which is like a knockback.
So
one.
I could swap Gale out for him, couldn't I?
Yeah. There's a spell you can get, which it's an add-on to Eldritch Blast, which I can't remember what it's actually called, but it basically knocks people back 5 feet. The amount of bosses
that'll blow them off bridges and stuff, won't it?
The amount of bosses I've blown off bridges or cliffs. Oh, he's great. And at level 5, he gets Fireball.
I've got Fireball.
I know.
I'm a bard.
But
more people with Fireball is the better.
If in doubt, cast Fireball.
See, my guys are wizards. That's why I don't even bother I never bothered even looking at Gale.
You don't know magic people.
I was like, why bother using Gale when he's just the same class as me?
Add.
So I never bothered with him. So when he left my party, I was like, whatever.
Eldritch Blast is a really good spell because
and Scorched Rays.
Yeah, and his damage scales up really quickly.
The last thing I will say on it, though, before we might talk a bit more about this in the green room, but if you're on the fence on this, guys, buy it.
It's fucking good. It's so
buy
good.
it. Do you know what? I forgot to tell you about this.
Because I know you were hemming and hawing about it, Oodles, to get it. Like, I knew you wanted it, but
yeah, I was on the fence. But I was at work and I was using my phone, to do some remote play on my PlayStation. And I thought I'll have a bit of Baldur's Gate at work and canteen. Fuck! I fucked up again. Bloke looked over and went, "You playing Baldur's Gate?" I went, "No, no!" And now he just talks to me all the time.
That's not the fault of the game. That's the fault of you.
I know I'm terrible, aren't I? But yeah, it's great. Me and some of my other pals are playing it as well. We talk about it there. I went there. We were at a gig yesterday, literally metal gig, and when music died down. So, did you do this quest? Did you? Like, fuck! It's taking over my life. It's taking over my life. But it's fantastic.
It's so fucking good.
But let me carry on. I want to review something. I promised I'd review this to some of our listeners. I watched all of Netflix's One Piece this week.
Oh, yes. I've heard good things.
The full anime, though, listeners. That's it. You watched the full anime.
I watched
all
900
episodes in 1 week.
No, I didn't watch that. Let me be a disclaimer on this. I have never read any of the mangas, never watched any of the animes on this. I was a Dragon Ball guy growing up. I mean, One Piece is like 1999. Did it start something like
that? Yes.
So I didn't catch on with it.
I've got a 3-month Crunchyroll premium subscription through Game Pass.
You're not going to watch them all in 3 months.
I know, but I'm thinking of starting.
Do you want to know how many? Do you want to know how many episodes of One Piece there are?
Go on.
Like 1,090 or something.
1,075.
Yeah, and they've got like full seasons that are just filler.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you. But yes, Netflix did a version of it, basically live action, starring here we go, Inaki Godoy, Emily Rudd, Vincent Riga, loads of people. Too many people to mention. Emily Rudd, by the way. Wow. Wow.
Beautiful and talented.
Absolutely. It's a show about this guy called Monkey D. Luffy. I think they say Luffy, but I say Luffy because it looks like that's how it's spelled. He eats a fruit, and I do apologize if I'm butchering the law. He eats a fruit and he becomes bendy, becomes stretchy like Mr. Fantastic. Now, if I'd have known that from the beginning, because I love Reed Richards, and if I'd have known this was a Mr. Fantastic play, I'd have been all over it years ago. But, right, we are burying the lead. I fucking loved this series. I fucking loved it. Do you know what it reminds me of, Stig? I don't know if you've watched it yet. It gives me Cobra Kai vibes. You know that stupidity of Cobra Kai?
No, I've watched Cobra Kai. Do you mean have I watched it yet?
No, I mean, I don't know if you've watched
One Piece.
One Piece. No, because
Yeah.
I was just like, am I going to get it by not watching the anime? But by all accounts,
I get it. I get
there
it.
you go, it doesn't, yeah.
It's just daft. Everyone in world fights. You know, like in Cobra Kai, everyone in LA fights. It's just really fucking good. It's like Cobra Kai where everyone's just fucking fighting. But that's like anime, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in Dragon Ball's a fighter. Everyone in fucking anything, Bleach or whatever those other animes are called, they're all fighters. And this is that. But do you know what the best thing about it, and I don't know if fans of the source material are on the same side as me. I think every actor in this is so lovable and imaginative and perfect. They just lead you along. You fall in love with everyone, and it's such an adventure. It's such a romp. It's so daft and silly and piratey. But pirates in this world are not pirates what you think. It's not Guybrush Threepwood. You know what I mean? It's not them kind of pirates. Pirates in this
I'm
are just,
out.
No. Pirates in this are just superhumans. Do you know what I mean? They've all got special powers and stuff. But it's got some really good moments, like some sad moments, some good like friendship moments. And I don't know what it is. Just captured me. It's beautiful. They've put a lot of money in this as well because it looks great. Because a lot of these things are all creatures and the shark men and stuff like, you know what I mean? And there's loads of CGI, and I don't know, it just enraptured me, and I loved it. And when it ended, it's only 8 episodes, when Andrew was like, no, I want more. And I just really recommend it to anyone. If you just want to get lost in a world for 8 episodes, I think you should jump on it as soon as you can, Stick. And you, Gadget?
I'll have a look.
I think it's brilliant.
I am going to watch it.
It's not for kids, by the way.
No.
There's swearing in it. There's blood in it. You know what I mean? Not for kids.
I kind of want to watch. I kind of want to set myself a challenge and watch the anime.
The anime.
Everyone says
God,
watch One
imagine that.
Piece.
One Piece because they split it all up.
Because
Don't
they
they,
split
and
it
stuff.
all up and got rid of the filler and get rid of the kind of intros and recaps.
They
and
did the
stuff.
same thing with Dragon Ball Z Kai. They
But
did it
it's
with that.
all in Japanese, and some of this will probably be me watching while I'm doing other things.
You can't do that.
I can't do that if I'm watching it in Japanese. So, we shall see. But I kind of want to set my challenge and watch it.
I
Don't
think,
know why.
I think when I looked excuse me, when I looked into it, I think this first series on Netflix covers 3 arcs in the manga. So they're
Yeah.
condensing it nicely, which I don't know. I just love it. This is called the East Blue Saga, I think. And there's like, fuck knows. I don't know how it works. There's people screaming at me on this, the listeners now going, I love One Piece. You ruin it. You've ruined my childhood. But I just love it. I think it's great. And everyone should watch it. That's me. Stick.
First thing I have done this week is I've played the big game of the week, and as I alluded to, it's not Starfield. I haven't
No.
played that. I've been playing Sony's big exclusive from this last week. Goodbye, Volcano High.
Goodbye, Volcano. High.
So yeah, I've not been playing Starfield. I've put my time into that. I've been playing Goodbye Volcano High on my great little game actually to play on the Ally. It's a narrative adventure game developed and published by KO Op and released on the 29th of August on the PS4, 5, and Windows. It's a narrative rhythm mini game, and it's set
it's a rhythm game.
in a way, yeah. It's set in the world of anthropomorphic dinosaurs, and it centers around the members of the band Worm Drama, lead vocal Fang, guitarist Trish, and drummer Reed, alongside a bunch of other school kind of classmates. You'd fucking hate it, so don't even bother looking into it.
What makes you think of that?
What makes you think that a teen drama narrative game where there is not much gameplay other than choices that you make, like there is barely
There's
any
no spreadsheets
gameplay.
on it.
It is a visual comic is the best way to describe it. It's a yeah, so it's kind of like watching a TV show and making your decisions up for the characters and what they do and what they say, and then in between all that, because you obviously are part of this band, you will make the songs and perform the songs in between that. Like you actually choose some of the lyrics to the songs, so that gives you an option to choose what the actual lyrics for the song is, and then when you actually perform it, it performs those lyrics out, which is quite cool.
You're like, he was a dino boy.
No, the songs are really good. Like the soundtrack to this is really, really, really good. Like that's
Was it like indie music or rock music?
Yeah,
or punk?
kind of indie, soft indie like music. But yeah, and it's set in. They all live on Pangea.
Oh shit!
and-
Wait, is the meteor coming?
Yep.
Yes. That's why it's called Goodbye Volcano High.
Why is that even darker than I expected it to be?
Yeah, so
It's brutal, isn't it? We've not got no time, guys. We need to do the final gig.
it's all about this like it's teen drama, but you're
but the world's ending.
dinosaurs, and there's a impending extinction with an asteroid, which a load of people are saying is no big deal. Some people are frightened of it. It's with I've not got.
Famously, the dinosaurs were all saying that back in the day.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
it's kind of got that "Don't Look Up" vibe to it, where like. But
Please tell me there's a right wing character going, it's all a hoax from the government.
no. So these are the six main characters
Turning our
that
meteorites gay.
centers around are very much modern day like Gen X characters. There's
Yeah.
a couple of
So they're all left wing, good
Yeah.
people.
a couple of non-binary characters within there. And
Love it.
There's from what I'm understanding at the moment, there seems to be a gay relationship going on between two of the female characters, but it's
Love
not.
it.
So far, from what I've played a few hours, so I've not played the whole thing, but it's giving me that vibes between those two.
Oh, nice.
And it's all about like the lead character, Fang, they're trying to win the battle of the bands. Like she wants to do is leave high school and go to her. She wants to be in a band. Like that's what she wants to do in life. She wants to be in the band, and she sees that this battle of the bands thing is their kind of way out, because another band won it and they became hugely popular, and that's what she wants to kind of to do. But the other band members don't really seem to
Been there
care
before, mate.
don't seem to really care as much as she does, and so yeah, you're just kind of discovering yourself. You realize that like your brother is kind of this perfect brother who's like the head of this and the head of that at school, and perfect prefect and all that kind of thing.
Prefect, not precept.
Yeah, and the parents
Prefect.
love him, but they like there isn't much going on towards her. The parents aren't around at the moment where I am. Like they've kind of
That's deeper than I thought, though. That's kind of intriguing me, mate.
yeah, but I just don't think you like the gameplay. Like the art style is
Don't play
brilliant.
it. You say, don't play it.
Like the art
Don't
style
ruin it
is
for
kind
me.
of a little bit like anime, but with dinosaurs. Like it's really
Nice.
vibrant, strong colors. Everything kind of pops. The soundtrack, like I said already, that's really good. And yeah, the rhythm action parts where you're playing the songs is fine. It doesn't. You don't
Not difficult.
No, every time when I do cock up though, it doesn't seem to punish you or
Do anything.
do anything. You're just kind of
Yeah.
playing along with the songs, which is nice because the songs are really nice.
Yeah.
yeah, really good writing, great environment and characters, really good art style. I think it's only about 6 hours long. So there is a section which I've just played though, where they do play a D&D, which was really fun.
Did that remind you then that you've got Baldur's Gate available?
It's called L&L in this Legends and Lore, I think, something like that.
I always love the creative ways that people have to say D&D without saying D&D.
Yeah. But the best thing about it when they do this is you actually, that section when you actually kind of play this little role playing bit where it is like an old school like kind of role playing game where one character will come from the side, another character come from the side, and the dialogue comes up.
Really?
And it kind of goes, yeah, and there's no voices other than just like it.
Oh, that's cool.
At that point, when you're playing that, it doesn't actually play the voices. Only the DM's voice can be heard.
Oh, nice.
And the people that are playing it, the gang that are playing it, are really annoying to the DM. He's trying to tell a story.
That sounds fucking familiar.
He's got this story and he's trying to tell it, and they're all like, "What does he look like?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" You're like, "Well, can I seduce him? Does he look like I could like he could be seduced?" Like they're just kind of pushing him away from the narrative and what he's trying to tell, this big epic fight scene.
I've learned a lot about that this week. I've learned about height advantage, which I never knew existed last time. Guess what I'm doing from now on? Jumping up. Short jumping distance.
It's only out on PS5, PS4, and PC.
Is it on PS Plus then?
I have no idea. I'm playing it on PC. Your mileage may vary on this. It might not be worth the money that it's costing.
I'll probably have a look at it if it hits Game Pass or PS Plus.
It feels very much like Game Pass fodder.
Yeah.
A bit like that.
It's like
6 hours, though. Even I can get through that.
Yeah,
even I can get through a little drama like that. It's intriguing.
I just kind of like it. I like
the
these
concept's
games.
Fascinating.
I don't know why I like these teen drama choices.
Because you're a teen girl at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
I am. Yeah, like Life is Strange and all that kind of stuff. I don't know.
You love that shit, don't you?
Yeah, I like those kind of games. They're just the easy going.
Doki Doki Literature Club. That should be your next one.
But they're just easy going and they're not stressful at all. And you just wander around, you choose decisions, you get swept up in all this teen drama. It's like One Tree Hill and the OC all over again.
No, I love the OC. It's one of my favourite shows of all time.
It's the second time today I've seen someone reference the OC.
California.
Yeah, that's the end of music.
Yeah, that's the end of music.
I love the OC because it came out perfect time in my life where I had nothing to do but watch the OC. I was seeing a girl and she had the box set. I went, all right. She went to work. I weren't working then.
I love the
being
OC.
a bum.
I was mildly in love with Misha Barton as a teenager, so yeah, I get it.
I loved them all.
But there's the best line ever in the OC, and I'll always remember it, is where the douchebag kid is talking to Ryan and Seth, and he's saying something to him, and Ryan's like, "You know what I like about rich kids?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "Nothing," and just punches him. I was like, yes!
Yeah, I remember that.
Proper class warfare, that sure isn't it?
I think that's why I liked it.
But yeah, been playing that. Cool. Really enjoyed that. The other thing I've been doing this week is I have been watching the Vinland Saga. So I decided
so good.
I wanted to watch a new anime. Attack on Titan is the first special is out, which I haven't watched yet because I can't remember what happened. So I'm going to rewatch the last few episodes because I've completely forgotten what happened. But in the meantime, I was looking for another bloody violent anime show, and
I've not seen the new Vinland Saga, but I remember watching the last one.
And I saw season 2 was floating around on Netflix. It was still because it finished there in June 20th. So it's only just come out on Netflix, and there's like 24 episodes in season 1. I was like, "Yep, that looks good." Recommendations from people saying it's really good, and it is really fucking good.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Japanese anime. It's based during Viking times, during like kind of the back end of
the Dark Ages.
Yeah, when the Vikings were fighting the English. So if you've watched
times,
if you watch the show Vikings with like Ragnar Lothbrok, it's a few hundred years after that. Like I think we kind of get into the more back end of it.
The Ragnar Lothbrok, that's the golden age, isn't it, of Vikings?
Yeah.
This is after, near the end.
Yeah, this is where like there's Viking settlements in England. Like a lot of the Vikings have converted to Christianity. So you've
The
got
end
a
of
lot,
paganism and stuff.
yeah, you've got a lot of like infighting between Norway and stuff like that between the Christians and the old like the Vikings and all their old beliefs and stuff like that. But this follows Thorfinn is a young Iceland villager who basically gets separated from his family. I'll just say that.
Yeah, especially
Yeah, and he ends up kind of being brought up within this tribe, for a better word. This man called Askalad. They're like pirates. Like they are Vikings for hire. He ends up kind of getting brought up with them and training himself to be an assassin. And he's a very good assassin. He's hard as fuck, and he gets sent off on all these missions to kind of go to do all this like scouting and stuff. And you're just kind of following him. I'm only about 12 episodes in, but I'm really,
the good
really
to get you in, don't they?
Really enjoying it. Yeah, the music's brilliant. The opening credits is one of those things that I love anime doing, where they do like a heavy rock metal kind of intro that doesn't fit the type of show it is, but it fucking goes hard.
But it's not as bad as like Asama Jupiter, take my hand. It's not like that. No. It's not like that.
It's like the last series
I do love them.
Attack on Titan, the Rumbling song. That was fucking banging. But this one's a great one as well, which I listen to outside of watching the show. And it's always one of those ones where, do I want to skip the intro or not? Mm-hmm. I was like, maybe.
No.
But I do like the intro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm glad you're getting into it, mate.
Really good, really great characters. The animation's brilliant. It's brutal as fuck. It really doesn't let up on the violence. There's obviously a lot of fighting between Vikings, between the Vikings and the English and other Europeans and things like that. And it gets into all that. And it's the English acting. Again, I've been watching this in English because I've been kind of watching it while doing things at the same time as well. I was started watching it when I was like working out in the gym. That's really good. So if you kind of don't want to watch it in Japanese, you don't have to, because the English dub's really good in it as well. Apart from like the start, Thorfinn's voice was really annoying me to begin with, because it's that typical anime young kid voice. But because the show kind of moves along at a quick pace, it moves years, like there's like literal years and between episodes. So he's grown up. He's already kind of in his teens. Yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend that if you were looking for something that's a bit more grown up and a bit more like bloody and violent, if that's what you kind of want from your anime, rather than some more light-hearted stuff. Then the Vinland Saga, it's on Netflix, both series, cracking.
Yeah, I agree. Gadget?
Okay, so a couple of ones for me. First one I want to talk about. So most of my week has been spent with Baldur's Gate and Starfield, so this review.
God, you are into some big, deep games.
Tell me about those, Gadget. Baldur's Gate. Tell me about Baldur's Gate.
I'll talk about them more in the green room. But I'm going to review something that I did do that I haven't had a chance to get round to reviewing yet, because we did it basically the week we went on holiday, so I didn't get to do it. But Pip and I watched Good Omens season 2.
So good.
It's really fucking good. So Good Omens is a fantasy comedy series which was based on the book by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. They did a limited series of it in 2019, which was excellent, which was based on the book itself. And then over the pandemic, they did season 2 of it. And season 2 is based on the ramblings that the two of them got when they got drunk and high in a hotel room after New York Comic Con before Terry Pratchett died. So the outline of the story was done in a chaotic fashion. And then, unfortunately, Terry Pratchett got Alzheimer's and he died years later, before they got a chance to actually sit down and write it together. But the overarching story is based on the two of them working together.
Isn't Gaiman working on that show as well?
Yeah, Gaiman is writing for the show.
Yeah, so it's legit.
It is legit. This season, whereas series 1 was focused around what happens in the book and the finding of the Antichrist and all the kind of ancillary nonsense that came along with that.
The Hellhound.
And season 2 is focused on. So we have Michael Sheen and David Tennant playing the Angel, the Aziraphale, and the Devil Crowley. who are the most gay-coded couple ever in any TV series.
They are shagging.
And so the two of them have basically separated themselves from heaven and hell, and they exist in their own little world.
Fences, aren't they?
Yeah, they're kind of fences. They're neither good nor evil in either respect, but one of the focuses of the first series was them removing themselves from the bureaucracy and the mechanisms of heaven and hell. They wanted to be their own beings. So Aziraphale is quite happy in his little bookshop, and Crowley is miserable because he's living in his car and his plants don't have anywhere to live. And one day, the Archangel Gabriel turns up at the door. He's gone missing from heaven, and he's lost his memory. And he turns up naked, holding a box at the bookshop. He's played by John Hamm, so for the ladies who like John Hamm, you get to see his arse.
You get to see some ham.
And he's confirmed it wasn't a stunt arse either. It's his
ham
arse.
hocks.
Ham hawk.
And I don't want to get too much into the detail of what actually happens in the series, but basically they spend a lot of time kind of working out why Gabriel is there. And then heaven are looking for Gabriel. And hell have found that hell have had rumors that Gabriel has gone missing. So they're looking for him, trying to work out what's going on. And in the middle, you have Aziraphale and Crowley. And you can tell that this is a COVID production. It's a much smaller show than the first season was. It's not as grand or like there's a lot of indoor sets or kind of green screeny sets. But what you have is a lot more of Aziraphale and Crowley bantering, which was obviously the best part of the first series and the book itself.
Oh,
but
the episode 1 when they're in the Garden of Eden and stuff.
Episode 1 when they're in the Garden of
Fantastic.
Eden. Episode 2 when they're doing the Trials of Job.
Fantastic.
It rattles through a lot of kind of Bible tales and a lot of parables. As it
It's not offensive either if you are religious.
No, it's kind of gently mocking in some places, but it's kind of
mocking it.
It's putting them in a different. It's spinning those stories in a different way. But as the series goes on, it basically a little bit like some of the flashbacks did in the first series. It's effectively telling the story of their friendship and relationship throughout the ages. So you have them at the beginning of time. You have them in ancient Middle East.
Sodom and Gomorrah, isn't it? Nothing to do with that.
I can't remember if
I
they
think
do
it's in the book.
Yeah, that's in the book, though, not in the second series.
Yeah.
You have them in Victorian Edinburgh. All right,
Oh, yeah.
where it kind of alludes to them being Burke and Hare, which I thought was really funny.
I love that. I love that.
All the way up to the modern time. And it's making a lot of what was implicit in the first series quite explicit. And it's just fucking lovely. It's really lovely at times. It's such a good show. And I think you can see where the strings are being pulled and you can see where the creaks are in it and all that. But the show is absolutely carried by the two stars. Like Michael Sheen and David Tennant are so fucking good. They were born to play these roles. They're so good at them. And and obviously they are such good friends in real life that they have that chemistry together. It's really good. It's 7 episodes. It's worth just binging.
You've watched a lot of them this year, haven't you? Them too.
I do. I really like them. And Staged. Staged is really good. But they're just lovely to watch on screen together because they have that friendly chemistry.
I was listening to some other podcast and they were like, imagine them two doing Holmes and Watson. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, but which one will be Holmes and which one will be Watson?
That's the conundrum, mate. That's a conundrum. Sheen's got to be Watson.
I would see Sheen as Holmes and Tennant as Watson. Yeah.
You reckon? Swap it around.
I guess it depends on how you'd want to play it. Because if you want to do it like a bit the Guy Ritchie one, where it's a bit
no, I don't mean punching, knocking people out.
Because I see Michael Sheen more as he just seems more of a leader. Just the way they look.
Okay.
Like the way he looks and carries himself, I see him more as like a man in charge, and Tennant being like the kind of one following him and bumbling around with him.
Actually, unraveling all the mysteries.
But actually being the one that's doing a lot of the stuff. Yeah, but like I see that's the dynamic I see working better for them too.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Also, as well, like there is everybody in this show. Everybody is in this. So this is just the featured actors that are in this show. Reece Shearsmith, Mark Gatiss, and Steve Pemberton. So you get basically a League of Gentlemen reunion.
Local people.
Where's series 2? Abigail Laurie, Neve Walsh as a Nazi agent.
Yes.
You get my namesake, Tim Downey. He's in it. Donna Preston, Elizabeth Barrington, Sean Phillips, Pete Furman. There was someone else.
There's people in it.
Ty Tennant turns up at one point, so David Tennant's son. It's just one of these things. Derek Jacobi, he turns up at the very end of the season.
Mate, when Derek Jacobi's in anything, I can't stop looking at him.
He's marvelous. Who else? It's Martin Richardson, Derek Jacobi, Benedict Cumberbatch, Frances McDormand. Yeah, everyone's in this. So it is absolutely worth watching. They're on both seasons are Amazon Prime. It's 12 episodes.
Don't forget Michael McKean as well.
Well, Michael McKean's in the first season. He's not in the second one.
Yeah, he's not, is he?
No.
Oh, he was brilliant in that, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's very, very good in the first season. But
Witch Hunter General, wasn't it?
Yeah, Witch Hunter General. With a Scottish accent as well, which is impressive for an American actor.
True.
So yeah, watch it. There's 12 episodes in total. It's absolutely worth your time to watch. They are so good.
It is.
The other thing I want to talk about quickly is just so Oodles has 5 things to put on his artwork.
I've got 6 already.
Oh, well.
But you can keep going.
Keep going. I've only watched the first episode of this one, so it's a very quick review.
Okay.
So in the early 2000s, when we were like 18 years old and we were hungover, and on a Saturday morning, what was the best thing to watch?
I weren't 18 in the early 2000s, you cheeky shit.
Shut up. You know you were.
I weren't.
The best thing to watch when you were hungover was on Challenge TV at 11 o'clock on a Saturday, and it was Takeshi's Castle.
Oh, it's back, innit?
It's fucking back! They've done a new series of it.
No way.
Yeah.
Ain't he dead?
Who? Takeshi?
Yeah.
Didn't exist. It's a made-up character.
The guy in the pink fucking army suit.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, they've got a new general.
That's all right then.
The legacy lives on.
Legacy lives on. Yeah, so basically, the production company who originally made it in April made a new series in Japan. And they updated
Please tell me
everything.
it's Craig Charles.
It's not Craig Charles, but the thing is, it's better, right? Okay, so so if you think back to the way it was done on Challenge TV back in the day, it was Takeshi's Castle in Japan is an hour-long TV show. In the UK,
Yeah,
for
we cut it
the
down,
UK, it
didn't
was
we?
cut down. It had a kind of racist theme tune.
It also had Craig Charles. You could hear him sniffing on
You could hear
mic
him sniffing,
and
yeah.
taking the piss out of Japanese people all the
Yeah.
way through it.
So what we have for 2023, we get the full episode, including all of the mad in-between game shit, not translated.
Yeah.
It's completely context-free, including digital sets where these guys in fucking traditional outfits are sat there as
They have storylines, don't they, on the original stuff?
as Takeshi's generals plotting over how they're going to beat the invaders. A virtual Takeshi head that looks like it was done on a PS1.
Like Zordon.
Like Zordon, yeah. You also get like cutaways, a little bit like in Total Wipeout. You get like cutaways to the actual
People
players
chatting, don't they?
and people chatting. Again, not translated. We don't know what they're saying. Sorry, I just knocked over a hornet
They're all
there.
going, yes, sir! Let's go!
And for us, it's being commentated on by Ramesh Ranganathan and Tom Davis.
Oh,
It's
Wolfman Owl.
good. It's good because Tom Davis is very excited to be there, and Ramesh wants to be anywhere but there.
He hates living.
That man hates living. So
I saw a TikTok from him this week, and he was just like, you know what pisses me off? Sorry to interrupt that. 'Cause when it's hot and we complain about it being hot, don't then say, well, you'd only complain if it was cold. Because, yeah, I would, because then it'd be too cold.
yeah, it's true. Give me that balance.
Yeah, it's like, you know, just because if you're in the Sahara Desert and you were hot, you know, to say, oh, well, if you're in the Antarctic, you'd be too cold. It's like, yeah, the bullshit situations.
Why can't everything be 12 degrees every day?
what's good about their commentary on this one is that they're not taking the piss out of the people. They're laughing when they fall over or whatever.
Well, yeah.
So I'm going to put like a little content one here. There was a phrase that Craig Charles always used to say in Takeshi's Castle,
here we go.
which I didn't like because I always thought it was a little bit racist. And I'm just basically saying it for the context. He used to call them happy, clappy, jappy chappies.
Yes, he did.
There's none of that in this.
Yes.
They are respectful of the people. They are taking the piss out of them, but in like the way Graham Norton takes the piss out of people in Eurovision,
Does he? I've never watched Eurovision. Does that what he does?
You can take the piss out and laugh at people falling
Absolutely.
over and getting hit
But
by
not at the
things.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Not the race, not the culture. Just laugh at people hurting themselves.
Exactly.
Craig Charles made it a little bit too much about them being Japanese.
He was horrendous.
It was really bad when you look back at it. Also, because it's 2023, the sets have been updated, so things look a little bit less like a plague pit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Everything's a bit more brightly coloured and doesn't look like people running across the Korean border, for instance. So,
DMZ.
it did because during the first game is border wall.
Quick, get him! Kim Jong's coming for you!
Yeah. So yeah, it's really updated.
Wow.
It's really good and it's really slick. And I think it's about 8 episodes on Amazon Prime. It's
It's on Prime.
It's on Prime yet and included with Prime. You don't have to buy it.
Oh, I wouldn't. You know I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't. But no, it's really good, and it's all the same game. So like stepping stones, the surfboard
maze
that
with the
goes around,
doors.
maze with the doors is in there. They've just updated it and made it. They've just updated it and made it look better. That's all. And
Is that what we were watching at that first pod meet, or were we watching something different?
No, we weren't watching
Takeshi's
Takeshi's Castle.
We were watching something very
No,
similar. No, not the first one.
The first one, Candy was just putting on some random Japanese game shows that were just being cruel to people.
Of course
It was
she
still
would.
funny.
Of course
though.
she
It
is.
was still hilarious, but
Bless.
Yeah,
Cool.
So yeah, watch that. It's great. It's just silly fun.
Right. Have we got any feedback?
We do. We have a couple of bits from the usual offenders. Super Natty Cat starting us off with that comment last week about my Twitter treasure maps of wisdom I've taken to heart, which only means I'm going to continue feeding back on this platform alone. Mwahahaha.
I've got a plan for that.
This week I watched the entire season of One Piece on Netflix. Being a mild fan of the anime but getting lost in the many episodes, I appreciate both platforms for the story to be told. The anime has a lot of filler. Think Bleach times Dragon Ball. So I was skeptical of the live action could get across. I think it's done spectacularly well. There's literally hundreds more episodes of content to get through. We haven't even met all the main characters yet. But the way it tells the story and introduces the characters at the same time is on point, and the casting is superb. Huge shout out to the actor who plays Sanji. I heard in real life he took up a culinary class and martial arts as hobbies so he could feel more connected to the person he was playing. Then cooked for the crew on set. The guy playing Luffy captures the innocence and sense of justice. I just wanted to give him a big kutch the entire series.
Do you know what's funny about the guy that plays Sanji as well? It's like a Japanese anime thing, but they give him a roadman accent. He talks like a roadman. It's just like, in it. It is that. It's cool.
Some of the set design feels a little cheap and the CGI fell down in places, but everything else being so fab makes up for it. I think next season, with the huge following the live action has now, more time and money can be invested in these. I hope they just don't do an Umbrella Academy where they fuck around with the story so much it cocks up the character arts and stops making sense. Gerard Way wrote a banger of a comic just for Netflix to shit all over it. And same for Doom
watched
Patrol,
it.
but that was Warner Brothers.
I
This
never
week,
read the
Doom Patrol.
I've never read the comic for Umbrella Academy, so I just watched the TV show and really enjoy it. But that's because I've not.
yeah, you don't have a history with it.
She's right, though.
I've got no
One
frame
Piece
of reference.
is fucking mint. She's right.
This-
For once.
This week, Stuarticus has been watching Ahsoka on Disney+. Is it Ahsoka or Ashoka?
No idea. I've
Ahsoka.
not
Ahsoka.
started it yet. It's got an H in it, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's why I get confused. Unfortunately, it's not a hit. The story made no sense to him and not enough colours. All the ships are grey and don't have pretty lights in them or go whoosh. The lightsabers are pretty and move fast. 4 out of 10. Guys, he's hard to please, Stuarticus.
I couldn't finish first episode of Ahsoka.
I've heard mixed things. Like I've heard some people absolutely fucking loving it and some people absolutely hating it.
I
So
don't like the
basically,
Jedi
so
bits.
it's like all of the Star Wars stuff then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. I'll probably catch up. I didn't like Mandalorian season 1 at first, and then I watched it again and loved it. So,
Xenos has said...
before you go to Xenos, right? I just want to express this to Super Nat Cat alone, and just to your ears. We love it when you send it to Twitter. It's our favourite thing.
yeah,
Keep doing it.
keep doing it.
She's gonna stop doing it now. Yeah. She won't hear us whispering.
No, we're whispering too quiet for the mics to pick up.
Yeah, but keep sending it to Twitter /X. We love it. Carry on.
Xenos has said, I'm still playing Baldur's Gate 3, which has basically been keeping me off any other games. I just started
Never
Act
heard
3 today. Dribbles the Clown, send his regards. Fucking Dribbles the Clown. My
Is
girlfriend...
he at this circus?
He's at the circus, yeah.
Okay.
It was Oodles frozen.
I'm still here.
Yay! You froze.
Oh.
You discard.
My girlfriend got me another game for my birthday, though, which I haven't mentioned in the feedback before now. It's an indie spectacle fighter, I guess. It's called On Guard.
Huh.
You play as a dashing swordsman, Aladia de Volidor.
Oh, is he French?
It's basically Zorro / Puss in Boots swashbuckling brawler in which you make absolute fools of the city guards with both your sword skills and the environment. Kick people into walls and tables, throw guitars at someone, drop barrels on them, knock them downstairs, hijack a cannon if you feel particularly mean. But it's all pretty slapstick. Looks like the developer's first game, and I think they've done an excellent job with it. Now, I've seen this before because this has been... Someone has compared this to like a brawler meets Dark Souls. It's got a Souls-like attitude towards it.
Shut up.
But it's pirates, and it's got a sense of humor, so it's like Dark Souls meets Monkey Island in places.
Oh, I knew I recognised the name. I got offered a code for it.
Yeah.
But I've got too much shit going on.
Is it PC only then? Is that why I've never heard of it?
I think it's on PlayStation as well.
Shut your mouth.
It is on...
Steam.
No, just Windows.
Oh, it's just Windows at the minute.
Just PC, yeah.
There you go. Doesn't exist yet.
It does
Came
look.
out on
It
my
does.
birthday.
Yeah, it does look
Fifth of
good
April.
actually. I mean, I'm into it. It's on my wish list. I just haven't had a chance to buy it yet because games are big these days.
It's too many games.
It's too many games.
Yeah.
Last up, Best Boy Angry Curtis said 2 things from me this week. I went to see Barbie and largely agree more with Candy than the rest of you. I enjoyed it. It's definitely glad I saw it, but I also think it was so hyped up by everyone and I think it was a bit overrated. Plus, it had too much singing for my liking. Stig, take it away.
Fuck off.
It only has 2 songs in it, and only one of them's a musical. The rest of it's just background music. That's soundtrack.
That is not a musical.
For a
It's
man-
not a
It's
musical.
a musical. You love La La Land. That has more music in like the first 10 minutes.
Wow.
Also,
But that is,
oh,
to be fair, that is his kind of odd, oddball.
Yeah.
Like that he doesn't like musicals.
doesn't
but
like
loves
that,
La
yeah.
La Land. Yeah.
yeah.
And his favourite film of all time is a music-based film.
How can you not love I Love that? Like,
I mean,
I'm just Ken.
I'm just Ken as well. Is a 3.5 minute long gag. It's a joke.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it
deliberate,
comes-
isn't it?
Because it comes out of nowhere because it's in the middle of that big fight scene. He just starts
Yeah.
singing.
Nah, it's not a musical. Come on.
I can understand being hyped up and seeing it, and then if something
Yeah.
doesn't click in there, like, oh well, that was a bit hype. Yeah. When there's hype there, you go in with more
And
expectations.
can I just
don't you?
say, when it comes to films, nobody agrees with Candy usually. You're one of them now.
She likes
You're one of
Buttfart
them now,
Lake.
Kurt.
you,
She does.
Super Natty Cat, and Candy,
You're one of them.
you're one of them.
You're one of them.
The Film Haters Club.
Yeah.
Anyway, he goes on to say, I've also finished season 1 of True Detective. I thought it was really
Good
good
lad.
by the end. I must admit, it took a while to grab me, and I think it's a better character piece than it is a detective thriller. Fair.
Yep.
But by the end, I thought it was a really good show, just not one of my all-time faves. So yeah, a week of things not living up to the hype for me. I mean, that's fair. I mean, not everyone got
Yeah.
on with True Detective. I really enjoyed the first season. Do not watch the second season.
No,
There
I
is
think
no
it's-
second season.
I don't think the second season's that bad. It's just not
Fucking
as
I
good.
do. I
Fucking
think it's
hated it.
gash, mate. It's terrible. But yeah, excellent. Thanks for writing in.
Yes.
So, as always, links to all our extracurricular activities are in the show notes and at modernescapism.com. Don't forget, because Stig always tells me every week, Kenny Potter.
Just come out.
Kenny Potter. Just come out. Hot off the presses. Steaming hot. Too hot to handle. It's fantastic. Great show. But you can only get it if you pay us some money. So pay us.
Where's my money, huh? Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money?
It's great, but it's not even just that. If you do become a patron, you get exclusive shit. You get the green room every week. You get, like Planty. You can come on the show. You can produce an episode. God, we're so fucking kind. Oh, it makes me stressed how kind we are. We're just giving shit away. But before we leave you, guess what? It's time for a trip down Candyland. Where is she, though?
And now, what's up in Candyland?
Well, I have sad news to inform you that Candy, despite her promises, did not send anything in this week.
Uh-oh.
Boo
So-
this woman.
So I'm going to call her out in the worst possible terms and give you a little slice of Candyland that I got this week that I did not want. So, obviously, as you know, she has been very excited for Starfield, and we both had the early access to Starfield. We've been playing it, yeah?
Yeah.
So when I seen that she'd been online, I asked her how she was enjoying it. And, we went back and forth on text. So she was saying, I think it's what people expect. I'm really enjoying it. I said, I got massive Fallout 4 vibes, all that kind of thing. And then I got this text message for her, which I'm just going to read out verbatim. And I'm going to let you two...
This is hot.
I'm going to let you two decide what your feelings on this. It's just what the doctor ordered for me. Like, in the summer when it's hot and you've been on a walk and you've got an itchy bum hole and you wish you had a toothbrush just to get in there and scratch that itch. Starfield is that toothbrush.
The problem with Candy is that she probably uses the same toothbrush to brush her teeth.
I need to unpack this now. I'm unpacking shit all the time lately.
Yeah.
1, your sphincter is quite a tender part of your body. Don't use a coarse
Abrasive.
toothbrush. Abrasive. I had piles this year. You don't want to be giving yourself those. Not because you've got a sweaty derriere. 2, you're a fucking rotter, Candy. You are a rotter. Oh, God. Do you know what? That really upsets. Do you know when you get that shiver down your spine when someone says something? It just flooded me with, like, I had picturing myself doing it and how awful it'd feel.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Don't scratch your bumhole, guys. Not there for scratching.
Yeah, this is what happens, Candy, when you don't send in a Candyland when you take time off.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be impressive. It just needs to be a little bit of your mental state.
Well, that was
very... It affected my mental state receiving that text message. I had to go over to Pip and go, Pip, help me. Help me unpack this.
So she didn't have a toilet for a while. She's got a gamer bed. She's got a Starfield watch, and she scratches her ass with a toothbrush.
And doesn't wash her hands.
And
I don't understand why she's not married.
And on that grand disappointment.
On that bombshell, if you're not a patron, goodbye.
But we still love you, Candy.
You're rotten.
Yeah. Has he crashed?
I think he has.
Stig! Stig's died. Oh my God, he's been electrocuted by lightning. Stig! We'll wait.
Yeah.
I need him.
You need him.
Oh, he's really good at acting. Look at this. He looks like Biggie
He's
used to
done
do.
a biggie. Yeah, he's done a biggie.